Yo, what's going on, TascFam? It's Mike from 424recording.com, and I'm just getting ready to hang out for another live stream right now. It's 8 p.m. on Wednesday. There's a blizzard in the Northeast right now, but we go live every Tuesday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. So if you want to get involved with the hangout or just come through, um, turn on notifications. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerd. And like I said, we go live every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so come on through. We'd love to have you. But yo, what's up, twin? How you doing? I'm sitting here by candlelight. I was just about to go live, which I'm live now, but I seem to have lost power, so I have my computer screen on, kind of hanging out here in the dark. So if you guys just want to hang out or just chat, I can't keep as good an eye on the chat, but cool. I was just working on some stuff actually on my Digitakt. You can't really see it. I got my Digitakt over here and my Moog. What's going on, guys? Kicking it in that analog light. Yeah, we just literally lost power. There was like a transformer that blew up outside, so I'm just chilling in the dark. But I figured I'd come through. I was literally just about to hit go live, and all the power just like went out. I think I can bump up. I have my computer screen is pretty bright right now, so you guys can kind of see me chilling. Have you guys ever experienced that where you're working on something and then the power goes out? I'm just worried that I could have damaged some of my equipment. I have the should just turn everything off. I have one of those like transformers blowing up. That's so nice. I know. We got some old stuff around here. You could hear it go though. It was crazy. It's very Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Um, yeah, but I don't know. Do you guys ever experience that? Has anybody ever had any equipment die from like a power surge or anything like that? I'm just curious. Like, I'm currently trying to shut all my stuff off. I mean, that's why I have one of those power strip things that's supposed to, I have one of those Furman power surge protectors that's supposed to help you, or supposed to get damaged first or blow something first. Oh, a stereo, yeah. I'm just hoping that nothing. This is the second time that's happened today. I should have known. Yeah, I don't have a surge. I have one of those Furman power strip things. All right, yeah. I mean, hopefully everything's okay. It just sucks, man. It was like I had everything going pretty good. Oh, you know what? I might have some battery power in my lights. I could check that out. Don't freeze your cheeks in the blizzard. Yeah, I have a power conditioner. That's right. Yeah, I figured out, dude. I was literally thanks for the dedication word. I was literally just about to hit go live, and so I was gonna come out either way. But yeah, I guess we'll just chill in the dark. I think I have some batteries that might be charged. Let me see if I can. Just hang tight, guys. I'm kind of like working on finding some stuff right now. I have some batteries in here, I think, for my. I don't know if they're charged though. Let's see. Yeah, hang tight, guys. I'm gonna just. I mean, you can still kind of see me, right? So that's my inside of my candle. Just grabbing some battery lights. I lost power here. If you're just joining us, exciting times over at 424 HQ. Just looking for some batteries for my lights. I forgot that I have these battery powered lights. So yeah, I have some kind of a Furman too, and
You want more candles?
yeah, you can put them over there. Thanks, Beck. I got got my candle crew coming through. Um, yeah, I mean, I figured I was gonna come out here anyway, so might as well give it a shot. Let me see if I can get these batteries out and if they're charged. We might be able to get a light going. Yeah, but my power just blew out, so. But we're still here. We're still hanging. I mean, now I'm not really doing anything else. I charged my phone 100%, so it's kind of funny that I'm able to still stream and that you guys came out. Man, this is pretty spooky. I got the lights. We got the candles chilling here. I got my computer screen. Let's check this out. Got some extra candles. Got this little guy. Maybe I can make this like really spooky, scary. Hold on, let me shut this off. This is crazy, guys. Let's a good thing I'm not like a game streamer or something. I would have definitely not been able to stream tonight. Let me see. Now if I push this way. Oh, this is really spooky, guys. I'm feeling this. All right. Yo, I'm chilling here in the dark. Let me see. Maybe if I put one of these like down here. Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah. Okay, so I got my lighting set up and I'm chilling. I'm literally holding a candle right now. Yeah, Seance Time. I'm trying to bring back my dead 4-track right now. You guys caught me at a bad time, but if you want to hang out for the seance, that's cool. Yeah, so I think, let's see. Yeah, so it's literally, I literally have no power right now. So thank you guys for coming out. If you have any questions, hit me up. And I'm just gonna chill because, you know, what else am I gonna do now? My power's out. I got nothing. We ate dinner already. We had Tim over, and we were eating some pizza, and yeah, I think it snowed about almost a foot here, and we were pretty lucky with the storm so far. But it literally, I was literally typing in 424 recording live, and I heard like an explosion and everything died. So this is pretty cool though. I'm feeling this. This is fun. This is like a cool little thing. Nay, sir, you have power of God. Let that light guide you and your TascFam from these days hence. Nice, Jeb. Yeah, dude, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Dude, we got to break out the Ouija board, yeah. What have you guys been up to? You guys been working on stuff? I'm getting ready to work on my album after this seance. Well, I'm trying to get some more time for myself to do some stuff. You know, oh, you have a Furman too? Cool. Yeah, I was saying before, is my Furman power conditioner. Hopefully it didn't take too big of a blow, but I was literally just bumping some stuff. And yeah, I'm hoping that whatever happened to my... this is like... We could do like a whole scary movie, man. This is fucking creepy. Yeah, so, well, if you guys don't mind the low level lighting, I can kind of hold this. Yeah, so, you know, my power blew, my Furman was on. I don't know if Tim's coming by. He might be able to come by, but I should text him. I didn't mention it to him. He seemed pretty busy. Tim's flying out to, he's going to Norway tomorrow, believe it or not. He's going to see the Northern Lights over in Norway. So he's going to Europe tomorrow. So I kind of figured he was going to be busy packing and getting ready for that. So mixtape murder mystery. Nice. That's a good idea. Good to see you, Jeremy. Good to see you coming out, man. I'm working on that song. I'm mixing a song for Jeremy. It's coming out pretty good. I'll try to get it done this week if I get power back. Hopefully things will be back tonight. Recently got an Earthquaker data compruptor. What's that? Is that like a bit crusher? Yeah, this candle is moving a little bit too much. Is that like a bit crusher, Matt? Yo, if you're just joining us, I lost power over at 424 headquarters here. So there's a big blizzard, and yeah, we're just chilling. So. Yeah, what the Earthquaker devices, is that like a bit crusher? I think it is, right? Data corruptor. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming out. Sorry this is like candlelight, but this is fun. Oh yeah, I've only ever had a couple pedals from EQD, so I think I had Tone Job, which was one. It's like the handshake one, which I didn't really use that much. And I had another like dirt transmitter from them, but I don't know, man. Like so many fuzz pedals that just get really, there's so much the same stuff. So, not to be negative, I just mean like fuzzes, you know, in general. Like once you have a couple, that's all you need. Let me see if I can put my computer, because my computer screen has a lot of light. So let me see if maybe I put that there, then I don't have to hold this. Yeah, that looks cool. All right, let me put these back behind me. Sorry guys, just getting set up here. The TascFam seems unfazed by this power outage, which is cool. This is a cool one for the record books actually. Chillin', and let me see if I can make my computer. There we go. Oh well, I busted out the batteries. That's right. Let me see, guys. If I can get one of these batteries. I got these batteries for my lights, so let me see. They may have some juice in them. We might be able to get this light on here. Bear with me a second, guys. I'll catch up with you in a second. This will probably work. There we go. All right. All right, I got one light here. Cool. Yeah, I got one of my lights working. I have some batteries. So let me actually move the light to this one ahead of me. Sorry guys if this is you guys don't seem to care, but backlit is never good. So let me I'm gonna move this light. Hold on 1 second. Because I have a light over here too. Did you hear that? Yeah, there we go. Let me see. I should probably keep it low because we only got one battery. Well, we got a few batteries, so. Hey, that's pretty cool. We got a light, guys. All right, I found some battery. I found a battery for my light here. So now I can, sorry, I'm just getting this set up. Cool. All right, well now we got a little bit of a light here. So I luckily was able to snag some of these batteries I have. I've been running my lights off these power adapters, but so I got a couple extra here. I don't know how much of a charge they have, but that's cool. I was telling Jay just bought these lights, and I got some candles back here too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I highly recommend if you guys ever need lights. There's like these ones I use for the channel are great. It's this one back up here. It's like a newer 160, I think, and it's really useful. I mean, I use this thing all the time. Like right now, this is perfect for power outage. You know, it's a pretty bright light. It's all LEDs, so it doesn't use too much battery. And I have it pretty low right now, but it's pretty bright, so it's a great investment. I told Jay, so Jay got his own. But yeah, I don't think Tim's gonna come through, unfortunately. Because like I said, I forgot he was going to Norway. Oh yeah, that's right. I can look at the chat here. Let me see. Yeah, so how's the data corruptor then, Matt? Nah, no screens at night. Hey, David. That's true, man. I try to keep my like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock rolls around. I try to put all my devices away because they say like blue light, I guess, that emits from all these screens is no good for you. And I've noticed a difference, man. I really like having. I put my phone in the other room and only grab it after, you know, I wake up and I can get out of bed, because like so many people I feel like have their phone next to their bed, and then you don't get out of bed and you just look at stupid stuff on the phone and you're late for work and stuff. So oh, it's a PLL based synth pedal. It's got some bit crushing. I have a few. The Afterneath. Yeah, Afterneath, my buddy had one of those in my old band and he really liked it. Keep the 1780s vibe going, yeah. Very pirate-like theme. RM80. Yeah, Capra will keep us warm. Is that a TascFam t-shirt? No, this is a this is my Beastie Boys shirt. You can kind of see it. It's from it's a pretty new one. I mean, it's like modeled after a vintage one. It's licensed to Ill Tour. It says 1987. You can kind of see it. I'm kind of doing a shitty job. Yeah, it's my Beastie Boys shirt though. Switching it up on you guys. I woke up this morning and I had some extra time because of the blizzard. So, Mike D. So I decided to put my Beastie Boys shirt on today. I was feeling like that was a good choice. So, good question though. Might make a good one. Task 424 recording. Maybe I can make a one that's based on that for 424. That would be a cool idea. I bought a 4-track to be able to do music at night without it. Yeah, David, that's really wise of you. I think there's just something to doing music without the computer that's really compelling for me too, because lately I've been using my Digitakt and stuff down here. I'll show you guys. Yeah, that's what I was just working on. I wanted to show you guys. It was one of the things I was going to show you on the channel tonight was the stuff I've been working on my Digitakt. But unfortunately, since the power just went out, we're not going to be able to do that. But yeah, I was working on a song. Been doing some cool loops on here, and that's what I really like about this setup too, David. Is it has a small screen, but it's almost like a Game Boy screen, but like more high res, and it's pretty sick. So, but I've been realizing that I've been getting a lot more done since I haven't been using my computer to record or come up with ideas. It's pretty cool. Candlelight recordings. Yo, that's a good idea. See? When life hands you lemons, fuck the lemons and bail. Now, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade, right? I love the vibe tonight myself. Yeah, I'm feeling this too. I got this light over here that's like giving me a little blue lighting. This is something I should work on, man. This is cool. It's a complete accident necessity. That we're doing this. This is actually kind of fun because otherwise I would just be sitting in the dark, probably looking at dumb stuff on my phone. So, low light Mike's mood mysterium, very romantic. That's right. Oh, look at that! I can lower my chair down. Hold on, I gotta figure something out here. I have this stand like right. There's like that shadow. There we go. That looks way better. I went to a Rolfer today. I don't know what that is. Did you misspell it? Guys, thank you for coming out, man. I know this is such a funny vibe, you know. It's like, man. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, I got one of those like a couple of years ago, and it like put me into another state of mind for the time. It was really good, and it breaks up a lot of toxins, those deep tissue massages, and gets you moving, gets some of those muscles moving. Some of those muscles you don't use as much, so. But they work. Yeah, that's cool, dude. How did it work out for you? Are you feeling a lot better? Let me see. I'm just going to check back. This is cool. I figured out how I can look back at the comments. If you guys ever stream, you can just pull down on where the comments come, and then it I dig most of the BC stuff. Yeah, hello Nasty, man. Hell yeah. I want to catch up with what you guys are saying here. Yeah, I agree, David. Basically, if you can make music the analog way and get healthier. Yeah, man. So much of our lives are spent in front of the computer now. I mean, look. Um, yeah, I have seen this Futurama episode they were in. Although I think you were asking it to Matt. Make lemon cookies with Hapro. I love it. That should be a whole stream itself, just making cookies with Hapro. Cassette tapes and candlelight evenings. Dude, you gotta do that. Well, here we go. This is the first official candlelight ceremony. Like I said, it's a seance to bring back my dead 4-track. We're gonna see if we can get some answers from spirits of the forgotten Porta Studios and see if they're still out there. Brochacho, welcome. Oh, it's different than. How do you bounce audio from a cassette on a 4-track to another cassette? Yeah, these guys, man, these guys are on top of this. Brochacho, I couldn't have said it better myself. So you can run the RCA outs for sure into a 2-track deck. Or there's a couple videos. I have a whole bouncing playlist on the channel. It's one of the first ones, so if you just scroll down, you should be able to find it, and I've done a few on that. Yeah, Jeb, I did. If one of you guys can find that playlist and link it, it should be right on the homepage. I can't really do it from, I don't think my phone like this, because usually when I'm doing the streams, I can do with my computer too. So, and try until you're happy. Yeah, this is good call, guys. Brochacho, thanks for coming through. Yeah, we do this every Tuesdays and Wednesdays. If you want to come hang out with the TascFam, they would think this channel is really old school. Candles and cassettes. I should change the title. I don't know how to do that once it's going. I went to, yeah, nice. Exodus, I'm glad that you're taking care of your health, my friend. That's very important. I gotta get more on top of that myself. Um, oh, thank you, Twin. Thanks for linking that. Thank you, dude. Make a t-shirt, candles, and cassettes. That's good, David. I gotta start writing some stuff down. There's some good ideas floating around here. I think just candles and cassettes. That's been our jam. Check this out. No computer. I'm going. This is like full analog broadcast tonight. All right. So this is from, what's today? The 8th, I think, March 8th. Or is it the 7th? Yeah. Candles. Set. Or candlelight, right? What was the other thing? Oh, the Beastie Boys. Yeah, guys, sweet. I wonder if Jay's gonna roll through. Jay, that was the other thing too. Jay, as part of one of his side hustles, he's big on he does snow plowing, so he's probably gonna be out there all night. I don't know if Jay will stop by either. But thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. Everybody that could. It's kind of a weird night, obviously, but I mean, this works for me. Let me see what you guys have been saying. I kind of my back turned to the camera here. I keep getting this repeating message about creators chat enable the replay. What? I don't know what that is, Exodus. Creators chat enabled replay. I have no idea what that is. And dress up as Mozart. That's so funny. I was thinking about that too, like dressing up in period correct garb. That would be funny. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's like giving, because I know that YouTube seems to have changed something about permissions for live chat. So maybe it'll just say that like you're. That's so weird. That the chat will be available in the future, like on the stream or something. I don't know, because I had to click something too a couple nights ago. I think it was when Brian was here on Saturday. I had some weird message about that too, Exodus, and it was like, you know, this chat will be available on the playback. So maybe that's what it is. It's like asking you if you want your chat to be available on the playback. I don't know. It's up to you if you want it or not. I don't really know how that stuff works. That is so weird. Maybe try leaving and coming back, Exodus. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not seeing anything on this end with it. And like I said, the only thing I had about that was a couple days ago. It was kind of weird. It came up. I'm on iPhone 5. Maybe I can't see the options. Yeah, I don't. That's so strange though. I don't know why it would be doing that to you. Now the public, couldn't they always do that though, Matt? What do you mean? Do you mean like in post they can view it? Brochacho, would it be possible to use a 4-track with a mixer as an external mixer with another 4-track? Would it be possible to use a 4-track with a mixer as an external mixer with another 4-track? I think the answer to the question is yes. If you have a sub input on the back, the 424 Mark III has a sub input which allows you to take a stereo mix from another mixer and pipe it right into the master fader of the 4-track. So you could use a mixer to record a bunch of other sound sources, mix them on the mixer, and then send that to the 4-track. Or you could also just do that into two inputs on your 4-track. So you could definitely do that, Brochacho. Got to hang with Anthony Green last night. Hatbro just texted me. Anthony Green. Totes my goats. Dude, I'm bummed out about this power thing, man. I wanted to show you guys. Maybe it'll come back on. I wanted to show you guys what I was working on. That was something I wanted to do tonight. But yeah, back to the thing. Like this definitely raises some good questions about getting away from the screens and analog. I mean, that's a big thing, as you probably know from the videos that I really enjoy is getting out of the computer and using. It's like that kind of thing where music is an auditory format and the screens make you visualize things in a way that maybe people wouldn't have visualized before or that you wouldn't get hung up visualizing. So, yo, bro, Chacho, my pleasure. These guys in the chat too can answer a lot of the questions too. So come through anytime. We go live Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and there's the forum too, 424recording.com/forum. If we're not live, you can hit us up there, and somebody will surely get back to you. So, but yeah, dude, that's what I've been really digging about the Digitakt a lot is the being able to work outside of the box with it, and it does, like I said, it does have this like Game Boy type screen, but I actually really like the screen. It's very like retro futuristic. Feels like it's like something. It feels like a device from the movie Alien. You know how that movie? It's like made in the 80s. It's like 80s futuristic. Like that's kind of what this feels like a little bit with this screen. So it's like kind of like one of those computer terminal screens that are like green with the green lettering and it's like black. Isn't that the Digital Underground? I think I missed some of the convo. Power. I think I missed something. So yeah, I would totally. I'm totally all about working outside of the computer. I've been making a lot of progress with learning this. I actually printed out the Digitakt manual, which I should probably keep away from all these candles. But I've been reading up. It's pretty. This is like 75 pages. It's pretty fun. Been figuring out some really cool stuff. So, but I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know, man. Like in like 30 seconds to like 5 minutes, I usually have like a fully formed idea or song. It's really cool. Like the looping. This is almost like a looper too, and the looping functionality of it is awesome. Oh, you know what we should get the M in here because I have the M on, but it's not like in the shot. That's cool. Perfect. But yeah, so David, if you're still hanging out, I think it's a great idea to use your 4-track in an analog capacity out of your computer. That's one thing I always like say is one of the strengths of it, you know, and less with more, you know. So yeah, what are you guys working on this month? Do you guys have any plans to finish anything? I think Matt was saying something earlier. I can't really see the chat. Oh, here it is. I'm not sure how far I can go back, but yeah, what's going down tonight? I mean, I didn't really have anything too much planned other than showing you some stuff I've been working on. But obviously now that the power is out, that kind of puts a damper on it. So there was a rap group called Digital Underground. I think I kind of remember that. Yeah, but I don't know. What do we got coming up on the channel, guys? Let me think here. I could go through that. It's gonna be cool. So the Kickstarter for the TascFam Preamp, if any of you guys are interested, should be coming out in April. The next few Mondays are all gonna be demos of that coming out. And Thursdays are pretty much going to be rant days from now on, I think, because I really have fun doing those, and it seems like a lot of people enjoy those, and it's a good conversation starter, so that's really cool. And then Fridays, I'm going to keep doing 4-track / Digitakt stuff. When we were up at the cabin, I recorded another sample pack of all sounds of those sounds, so that's going to be really cool. once I get that up. So keep an eye out for that. I released a pack on, I think, last Friday with some sounds I ran through the tape. If you guys want that, it's at 424recording.bandcamp.com. And it's just like an MXR drum computer and samples from that. I called it Mic XR because I just ran those samples through the cassette. And I also have another sample pack that's from like a reverb plate, which I should probably just include with that one. But yeah, check it out. And if you guys are Patreon patrons, I'll definitely send it to you either way. So yeah, but I'm working on some sample packs and we've been running them through the 4-track, and I'm hoping to find some more Digitakt users to spread the cassette word to with samples and making drum samples, because I really want to sample the Little Wiser drum pack. I think that would be really cool. So like a Lin 9000 pack, but I'll make it Mike 9000 or something. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm going to see Jay's band on the 23rd. That's going to be cool. Yeah, Jay and I have been trying to play more live shows. I don't know, what are you guys doing with live shows? Do you guys play out a lot? Do you not play out a lot? What's your take on those? Just curious. So, because I mean, Jay and I have been trying to play some more. We found some cool spots to play, so we're gonna probably do that. You ever record the sample with the pitch at -12? I should, Exodus. That's a cool idea. I haven't. Now, do you mean like so that it's like like the lowest quality, pretty much? You don't mean like record it and then pitch it down. You're saying like rather than pitch it all the way up and record, pitch it all the way down and record, right? I'm so hardware 24/7. Dude, this is funny, man. I got the notebook out here. I never play out. Last bands I saw were GBV and Lee Fields. Lee Fields is phenomenal. That's awesome, man. I don't really play out either, Jeb. We've played twice this year. That's not too bad though, because it's January. So, yo, Coop, what's going on, man? If you're wondering what's going on, we're doing a special episode called Candlelight and Cassettes, where we're talking about 4-tracks via candlelight, because it's all analog, baby. No, actually the power went out, so the blizzard knocked out the power in my area, so we're streaming via candlelight tonight. So nice, man. Thank you. I'm glad you can make it out. Yeah. So we're just hanging 10. I was gonna show off some stuff I've been recording, but since the power is out, it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So, but that's still cool hanging out. Like I said, I would probably just be. Thanks, man. I will. We will. It's pretty warm in here right now, and we live on the top floor in our building, so all the heat rises. So, but I got my extra cardigan on. I got my Beastie Boys shirt on, and I'm feeling the warmth. So, and I got Capro. He's pretty warm, so he'll be chilling. Mike, have you seen the new Roland TR-8S? They're calling it the Digitakt Killer. I don't think so though, but seems like a contender for show. Just got back from dropping off. Nice, dude. Matt, I did see a video on that. I saw a video from Bo Beats about the TR-8. Is there two of them though, Matt? Are there two different Roland TR-8s out, or is there just the one? I did see a video on it. I really need to do my research. What do you think, Matt? Does it seem like it has the same functionality? I've heard that it's not quite the same beast. They're kind of like two different instruments, or two different, I don't know, two different kinds of machines for different tasks. I'll look into it. I'm curious because I really like my Digitakt, and I gotta say, man, like Electron is like more of a newer company, at least from what I understand, and I'm really happy with their offerings, you know. And I was looking at that Diggy tone too. I really want to try to get that, but you know, I would love to demo that if anybody from Electron is watching. No, I could probably get one from my local music store. Oh, this thing like broke. That sucks. This thing is like really loose now. Hang tight, guys. I just fucked this up. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna touch that thing. Touches it. I own the TR-8, but the TR-8S has more storage and the ability to oh, okay, that makes sense. So that's what the S delineates in the model number. Interesting. I'll have to check that out because I know the TR8 just seems like a more of a drum machine, right? What's your so you have a TR8? Is that's kind of like an 808, right? But an upgraded model or something. Um, I don't know. We'll have to see, man. It could have been a response to the Digitakt then. Maybe that I think the Bow Beats video I saw was about the TR8. So, and his assessment at the end of the video was that exactly pretty much what I was saying is like it's a different animal. So I don't know, man. I'm really partial to the Digitakt. Every time I turn it on, I learn something new, and it's super creative for me and my workflow and what I just love using it. I'm trying to work on a set with it, so I want to be able to go play with this thing live, which is really cool. But you can only load samples, not sample on the unit. Okay. Um, I mean, that's what's really cool. I was showing Jay yesterday before the stream how to use this a little bit, and that's what's super cool about this, man. When I did those cabin videos with the bros and Hat Bro and everybody, like, that's what I was saying. I made like a kit of all the sounds at the cabin, and you can just sample right into this guy and trim it up right on the screen. It's really cool, and load your own samples. And like I made the other samples on my computer. It's really easy to get them onto the Digitakt, and also just um, stream a set with that and the TFP. Oh, that's a cool idea, Jeb. Maybe next week. I'm gonna write that down. I've been wanting to do a performance video. I was talking to Brian about this after he left interview last week, and he was goading me on this week a little bit in text about performing with the Digitakt and basically that and the Minotaur. He was like, "You should do a live performance." I'm like, "Yeah, man. What do you think?" So I should do. That's a great idea, Jeb. I'm writing that down. And TascFam. Um, Yo, Jeb, I think next week if I have a couple songs together, I want to do that. That would be so fun. Um, I've been really getting a hang of this thing, and I've been doing some really fun stuff with it. One thing I think is really cool is I've been taking my guitar and sampling stuff through it. So I mean, not sampling stuff through it. Sorry. I've been taking my guitar and recording, you know, like 4 measure long loops with it, and stuff's coming out really cool. I'm really excited to play some shows with it, and it might be weird, but I think it would be fun. You know, I kind of want to have this be like the brain of my performance and kind of load everything onto it. So it might be a different band than Be Cool Cowboy. I don't know. Um, you know, Jay is more than welcome to jam out with me with that stuff too. It seems like kind of a different project though, but maybe it's all the same thing. I don't know. I'm kind of like a serial project starter. Like I seem to always have a project and then get bored with it. I don't know how you guys operate with your bands. Seems like Matt's had Reverie of Palms for a while, but I'm really like, I wouldn't say I get bored with stuff, but I just like, I just have a lot of ideas and sometimes can't stay focused on all the stuff I want to do. Um, oh, Exodus has a Roland 300 MIDI sequencer for sale. Has tape sync in and out. That's cool. You can use the tape sync on 4-track. Whoa, I'll have to look into that, Jeremy. I'll look into that. Jeremy, if you're still here, send me a link to that. I would love to check it out, just so I don't forget. Just email me. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would have to say I go with the. Oh yeah, Jeb, good idea, man. I wrote that down. I'm gonna do that. I'd rather have a unit that I can sample with, not just load already. Yes, exactly. Does it store to SD? No, it has like an onboard. It's called Plus Drive, and it's like I forget how big it is, but you know, since the samples are so small, it basically has its own operating system, which I think is really amazing. Uh, and it has this thing called Plus Drive, and it's like I guess Electron's homebrew operating system or operating, you know, computer. So it's pretty cool in that sense. Um, it would be cool if it recorded to SD card though. Um, the one thing I think people are a little bit annoyed about is that it's hard to back things up and it's hard to get the samples off. But I mean, I don't see why you couldn't just record out to your computer, to your interface, and record this stuff. That's what I'm probably going to do for the cabin sounds. But you can back stuff up, but you can't back up the samples. And maybe that's changed, or they're working on changing that. I think that's part of. I think that's one of the things Electron is working on for their future updates. But I actually just updated both of these today. This guy had an update, the Minotaur, and this is now 1.06, which I'm pretty pumped about because it fixed some of the bugs with it. Oh, you guys are talking about something else. My bad. Um, yeah, I think Digitakt wins for me too, Matt. Even without seeing the TR8S, I'll look into that. I mean, I don't know. It's funny, man. Like I really got this because of the drum machine aspect, and the sampling aspect was kind of secondary, but I was quickly realizing that the sampling aspect of that is like super compelling. And like I said, I've almost been using this thing as like an 8-track, 4-track, and actually more of like a 12-track because I have the 8 drum samples slash like loops that I can have, and then right now I have 2 MIDI tracks. I have my Minotaur and my mini log hooked up, so um, it's kind of like a 12-track machine. I mean, I usually only use like 5 or 6 drum samples and then a couple loops, but it's pretty dope. And I'm excited to integrate that. I know I'm really pumped to once I get some songs together on my Digitakt, I'm gonna record them to the 4-track. It's gonna be super cool. I'm gonna just perform them live to tape, and then I don't know, just use that as the tape, use that as the recording. I think it would also be cool to record the live performances and then just I don't know, sell them right there at the show. If people wanted them, if I ever got that far. Let's see. I think I saw Will come through. Hey, Will. I'm by candlelight tonight because the power went out here, so we're just chilling, hanging out, talking as we usually do. Dude, I don't know what the creator message is all about. Screenshot it for me. Maybe I can look into it. I don't know what that could possibly be. I don't know if anybody else has been getting that creator message. If anybody else has, and you can help Jeremy out. I really don't know what that's all about. I apologize. Must be something on YouTube's end. Will, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming out. I know it's late in the UK. How much sampling time does Digitakt give you? Matt, I don't know off the top of my head. I do have the manual right here. I could peep that really quick. It gives you a decent amount, but it also goes by because the Digitakt samples. I mean, most of the one-shot stuff is like a second or less than a second long. So I should probably put my cap on this right now because I can't tell you how many times I've had luckily put the cap on and then like knock this over into stuff, like knocked it right onto this before, but I had the cap on, so it was all good. Matt, I will go right to my manual, which I have right here. Hold on, let's make sure this doesn't fall. It's the only thing with candles, you gotta kind of watch them. All right, I'm gonna check out the manual right now, Matt. Sampling time. You know, I think it has, I don't know, I want to say like 3 minutes for some reason, but I don't think that's right. Sampling 52. I guess I should just say that I've never had any issues so far with like running out of time. Oh, here we go. I just literally found the sentence, Matt. It says the maximum sampling time is 33 seconds, and this is always available even if a project's 64 megabytes of RAM memory is all used up. So each project allows you to have 64 megabytes of RAM, and then the maximum sampling time is 33 seconds, and that's always available. So, you know, it can go beyond that, I guess is what it's saying. Or it can go beyond the 64 megabyte project size, but the longest sample that you can have is 33 seconds. And honestly, I would say the longest sample I've done so far are 10 seconds, and they're awesome, dude. It's really cool. Like I said, I've been doing like 4-bar phrases with my guitar and doing some guitar loops, and then using the effects to do some cool stuff with the delay and the reverb, and it's really awesome. I'm really pumped to show that off. Hopefully next week I'll run this thing through the TascFam Preamp and we'll do like a little live performance or something. Yeah, that's the thing, Matt. It's like it doesn't seem like that's a lot for a project, right? 64 megabytes. It's like, but because the sample size of each sample is like nothing, you know. It's like some of the drum hits and stuff are like kilobytes, you know. And then most of the stuff is only a second long, so I don't think for the kind of thing that you want to, the workflow you would do with this, it's like you don't really need it to be longer than that. Yeah, it is mostly one shots, and like even it is, limitation is definitely a catalyst. Exodus, that's a really good point. I'm finding that to be one of the most compelling aspects of this machine. And I think it's just funny because a lot of people, I stalk some of the forums for Electron, and a lot of people seem to talk shit about the Digitakt for a number of reasons. I guess this goes to show people will complain about anything and everything, so you gotta take everybody's complaints with a grain of salt. But this thing's great, man. As somebody who's never had anything like this, I love it. I really do. It just works for me. I don't know if it would work for everybody, but I don't know. For some reason, like I said, just coming from like a 4-track, for me, it just makes a lot of sense in a weird way. Like that's what I was saying the other day. It's like I find myself using a lot of the same mentality I use with like 4-track recording with that, with the Digitakt, and it's really cool. And you can do some really cool stuff with the MIDI, and there's so much functionality to this that I don't even understand yet, and I'm not even sure if I ever will. Like I got to this menu today about the LFO, and I was like, all these parameters, I was like, I don't even know if this is kind of beyond my, it's like, I don't know, maybe I need to challenge myself more with that, but I think I understand about 75% of it, but then there's this 25% that's like super deep, and I just like kind of understand it, but I'm not ready to dive into it. And I don't know if I ever will need to do it, you know, because a lot of the stuff I make is really simple songs and stuff, you know, so I don't know, you know, it's kind of interesting in that sense for me. So maybe I'll just never need that function, like the complete functionality of it, but I'm really excited to try to do some performances with it. So let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, the TR8 does a lot more, but not being able to sample right on the unit is turning me off. You said you had the TR8, Matt? A lot of Hendrix stuff sounds like crap. Actually, I think that's a great point, man. I always say that. I always use the Rolling Stones. Not that I'm like a huge Stones fan, but that was something I said in an earlier stream. Is like, yes, this is a great point. It's like Jimi Hendrix was like an incredible, you know, ahead of his time musician, and the stuff that he wrote was amazing, and it would have sounded good recorded on an iPhone, recorded on anything, you know, like the fact that it, you know, it was recorded in a way that may not be the highest fidelity, or, you know, the technology wasn't the same, or, you know, it wasn't as clean sounding, like, it just goes to show the, how great the songs were, you know. It comes down to the musician and the songwriting and the performance more than anything else. And I think if people want to tell you otherwise about recording, it's like, I don't know. I think that they're just trying to sell you something at that point, you know. I think it really comes down to practice, you know. I think it's definitely recorded rough. I mean, I think some of those engineers were just getting, you know, learning how to use stuff. I know at least that was the case with some of the Stone stuff. It's like objectively recorded badly, but it sounds great because it's the fucking Rolling Stones, you know. They're just letting us all know that our chats are being monitored. That's so weird, man. Oh man, I'm really behind here. Matt, so you were saying, sorry, this thing got all messed up. I'm just scrolling through the comments right now. Sorry, I know this is like not very compelling. Okay, here's what I'm saying. I have the TR-8. It's just 808 909 emulation. The TR-8S adds tons more plus sampling, right? Honestly, the sample, YouTube is Big Brother. The sampling aspect of it is awesome. Like I really got it because it was a drum machine, and then I could load my own samples to it. I want to you load like the old kits I have. A couple of you guys sent me a bunch of kits and stuff, and that aspect is cool. But then once we started, when I bought it and brought it up to the cabin to record with the Digitakt, I started figuring out the sampling capabilities. And like I said, I made that kit of Tim and like his voices and shouting and stuff. And then I just made a kit of like found sounds at the cabin. There was like my buddy brought his like shotgun, and he was like uh, like loading it and unloading it, and I got like a really cool sound that sounds like the Terminator or something. And then we had like a broom sweeping a couple times, and then we're dropping like a chain, just like really strange sounds that you could warp really interestingly. Like you wouldn't even know what those sounds were at the end of it. And it was cool because it was almost like the cabin itself was an instrument, because we were able to just go around making weird sounds with whatever was found there. And we had like a drill, there was like a saw, like a hand saw. But it was just really cool to be able to go around with a Digitakt and sample those things. Yeah, it was really cool, Exodus. And that's something I really dug with the sampling capabilities, because that was not something Dude, I just used an SM58. Um, I think I have maybe Exodus. I don't know. That sounds super familiar. I was just going around with an SM58, and I had that we were going through like a PA mixer. So like it was kind of because this uses 1/4 inch inputs. So unless you have a way to change the impedance, or unless you have a cable that's going to be able to run a mic directly into it, you kind of have to use something. I don't think it does have Phantom, Matt. It's sort of like you kind of have to use. I think the sampling on here is meant to be used more with like a mixer, or more in like almost like a DJ setup, where you have some kind of like central station, and then because I think this is more geared toward like electronic people. Um, yeah, I gotta check that out. Peter Gabriel's Security album. Because it has 1/4 inch ins, and I think they're also they're TR and TRS, so you can use either one, I believe. But so it's like more for if you have like a record set up and you want to like record. Because that's something else I want to try. I have like a bunch of records in my record collection, and I haven't had that stuff set up in a while. But because my what is it called? My amp, my phono amp died, so I've been meaning to get that set up, but I just haven't had time. Oh, nice, dude! I remember you got the 95,000. I'll get to that. I'm gonna ask you some stuff about that in a second. Um, but yeah, so it's got 1/4 inch ins, and I was just using a mixer along with it. I'm sure you could use a preamp for it. Um, but yeah, we're just going around with like an SM58. It sounds great. It has like normalizing, and it has threshold values that you can set. It's really cool. Oh, nice, dude. I didn't realize you used it on that track. Um, yeah, so I recommend at least going to a music store and trying this thing out. There's a little bit of a learning curve, so you're gonna be um, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to it. So maybe if you can get it, a lot of places have like a 30-day return thing. I'm thinking about going to get a Digitone so I can do some videos with it. That's like a new Electron machine. That's an FM synthesizer, kind of similar. It has like a four drum voices. But Matt, you should check that out too. The Digitone. It's a bit different. I don't think it has a sampler. It's more of like a drum machine slash FM synthesizer. But that's really cool, and it's meant to work in conjunction with this, I believe. Um, but so the 95,000. How are you liking that, Matt? Did someone say Phil Spector? don't know. Did you guys? I think you guys were talking about it. Weird. Most loopers have phantom power. It might, Matt. I might be wrong. But like I said, I think it's meant to be used in conjunction with other stuff. Like you could easily hook this up to like your interface. You know, like I could hook this up to my Apollo and then just record direct from that into here. But it's really cool if you're out and about and just want to sample some stuff into it. Like I said, I kind of did it on the fly. I really didn't even learn how to do it or read about how to do it. I just kind of started trying it and I figured it out. So, and it has like the sample editor on the screen. That's what's cool too. Is it's all on board. Again, it's like you're not in the computer working on stuff. So, it's pretty cool. I would recommend at least at a minimum watching some videos on it. Watch the video I did on it last week if you guys are interested. Is that what you're impressed with the videos of the Digitakt or the Digitone? Sorry, man, I kind of missed. I'm assuming you mean the Digitakt, unless I missed some of the stuff. But yeah, dude, that's what initially drove me toward it as well. Oh, the Digitone, yeah. I've been wanting to get on the Digitone video train, but I just don't have the resources right now to grab one. And that's what I was saying. I was going to maybe snag one, return it, or see if I could get. Maybe they have like a demo copy you can grab or something. So, but yeah, I was really. It was one of those things where I just snagged the Digitakt, and then like 2 days later, the Digitone came out. I was like, oh no, is it like a complete different kind of instrument, or is it the same thing, just a little bit better? But luckily, it was like pretty much completely different. It doesn't have the sampling features, so. I gotta check that out, that Phil Spector movie. Yeah, I got some stuff I can unload too, Matt. That's a good point. That was one of my tenets in the used gear video. Um, I'm just really happy with the Digitakt, and I don't want to like this. There's so much depth to it and so much to study. It's kind of like I kind of have to do one thing at a time. Otherwise, my head will just explode. There's a lot to learn and a lot to dive into. So. I really want to get this machine under my belt and down before I explore the next wave. But yeah, I want to basically become like a certified Digitakt expert and do stuff with that and do a bunch of videos with it because I'm really enjoying it and perform live with it potentially and maybe just perform live on the stream next week, you know, and do some stuff with it. There's a lot of cool parameter locks and trig locks and stuff that I don't know if I'll ever really use, but you can do like random fills and stuff, and it's really cool. So, but like I said, there's a lot of things to. Beta testers. Yeah, I gotta look into that. I'm really bad with like following up on stuff like that. Maybe if I just have to sign up, that's pretty easy. I could go for something like that. But yeah. Maybe I could do that. I should hit him up and say, hey, what's going on? I really like this machine. You know, what do you got going on? All right, let me go back here, Matt. You said that's part of why I want one over another machine because I could ask you for advice. Sure, man. Definitely, dude. I mean, I'm still learning it myself, but everything I've learned about it, I'm really enjoying. And I think as a 4-track user, you'll probably get a lot of use out of it, honestly, because like I said, a lot of the workflow is similar, and it's very similar to a looper, so that's also something I know you're into. So I don't know, man. Think about it. It's a very cool machine, and I really like Electron, man. I like them as a company. I don't know if I ever told you guys a story about why I got into that and how I decided to get that. But basically, I was looking for a drum machine. I wanted to get something more than just the DM1 drum app, and I was looking into the Tempest by Dave Smith Instruments and Roger Lynn because I was always a big fan of the Lynn drum stuff, and I was almost gonna get a Tempest at one point, but after watching some of the videos they had about it, and a lot of people compared the Tempest, which is more of an analog sounding machine, to the Electron, which is more digital. So for me, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go with the Tempest. It's an analog drum machine. Yeah, that's what I found out, Exodus, is that the Tempest is really not the greatest. Another one of my favorite YouTubers, Noir at Blanc V, did like a whole video on the Tempest, which I think he gave it like an 8 out of 10. And I really enjoyed his video. Shout out to Noir at Blanc V. But honestly, it came down to the products. It just didn't seem like even Roger Lynn or Dave Smith took that instrument that seriously, and like the videos of them demoing it and using it were like videos that looked like they just shot in one of their houses in like 5 minutes. And while I think it could have been a really great instrument, after like being it, I know some of that is definitely product marketing and stuff, but and like I'm a big analog guy. Obviously, I like analog drum sounds and stuff, but I don't know. There's just something about the functionality of it, and oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I know there's a lot of onboard effects, but it's like you're right. I just felt like they kind of half-assed it, to be quite frank and honest. I know those guys are both legends, and I don't mean to be like crapping on the stuff they did, but it seems like Tempest was failed experiment slash something they didn't put enough time into. And I don't know, like if you just Google or YouTube, look for the videos of them with like, it's like literally them standing with like I don't know, just like really poor quality. And it just really turned me off, honestly. And maybe, I don't know, I thought it was cool that it was like so personable, but I think they could have really done a better job with those videos. And also the interface seems super confusing. But I'm also just not a synth guy. But I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of people compared the Digitakt to the Tempest at that time. And I saw a lot of comparison videos. And while I thought the sound wasn't as, obviously this is digital, but you could use analog drum samples with it, you know? And at that point, I just said, "Hey, I'm going to try this." And everything I saw about the Electron was very well done, and the marketing was great. Not that it's about the marketing, but you know what I mean. It's like you could tell they took their company seriously, and I don't know. I just like it really seemed to make a lot of sense to me and speak to me more as a consumer. And I just didn't want to invest that much money into something that was just seemed very clearly half-assed. And then you can look at all the stuff on the message boards about it, and people are really mad about a lot of the early versions of it because they didn't really fix a lot of the problems, and then they kind of abandoned the project. So that's my tirade on that. Sorry, I got like kind of deep into that. Let me go back here. Digital samples. The story about it being used in Mean Streets. But definitely watch the TR8S vids to piss yourself off. Yeah, I'm gonna look at those, man. I mean, I gotta say, I guess I'm an Electron fanboy already, even though this is my only instrument from them. But I just really like that guy. I think his name's Jake, but he spells it like Cenk. He's like, I think he's a Swedish. I know Electron is Sweden based, so. Um, I just think it seems like a really passionate company, and they're making really cool instruments, you know. And it's cool. I feel like as somebody who's not using it in more of an electronic fashion, like using it to like meld my indie rock, garage rock tendencies with it. I don't know. It just works, and it's a really cool thing, man. I know I talk a lot about it. Digital samples at 12-bit even better. You can make a ton of effects. It's just his name. I've heard it in person in one project. The main guy had one. Oh. People on the channel and those people revealing that stuff are on completely different astral planes. The drum brute seems nice, but snare and not enough decay on the kick. That's Arturia, right? I've heard mixed things about that too. That thing fits your aesthetic, Mike, specifically with the whole cassette thing. Yeah, thanks, Jeb. I feel like that's definitely a big thing for me was, I don't know, it just seemed to work. It just seemed to fit. It just like after I tried it, you know, I went to the store and tried it out. I took a long time thinking about it, as you guys know. Yeah, I like the size too, Matt. You could bring it on vacation or just bring it somewhere, plug it in and rock out. And it's dope, man. I gotta say, I don't know if you guys have any specific questions about it. I would love to answer them. Matt, Matt, if you still got questions, like hit me up. I feel like I have to work very hard to get decent stuff on my Mini Nova. Does anyone else have one? What is that? Is that a synth, Jeremy? Yep, so we're about an hour in right now. The power's still out. You guys are just joining us. It's Mike from 424recording.com. And we're just hanging out in the dark. This is a true analog stream right now. We got the candlelight. We're talking 4 tracks. We're talking, oh, hey, Giant Tree, what's going on? We're talking Digitakt drum machine. We're talking cassette 4 tracks. We're talking workflows. We're talking synths. Yeah, I was going to do some performance tonight, but my power got knocked out. I'm in the Northeast in New York, in the US, and big blizzard here came through today, so no power for about an hour right now. Like literally just as I was about to go live, hit the live stream now, the power went out. So very ironic, but I decided to come out. I got some candles going. We're having a seance to bring back some dead 4 tracks, and we're having fun. We got the paper here. We're writing down some stuff, so you can do an acoustic performance. That's true. I could. I should. I'll close out with an acoustic performance. How about that? It's Novation's version of the Mini Korg XL. Mini Korg XL. Oh, I think I had one of those. Is it Micro Korg? Micro Korg? Or Mini Korg? I had a Micro Korg, I think it was called. Micro Korg XL or Mini Korg. I don't remember. It's like an analog modeling synth, right? Jeremy, is that or is that what you guys are talking about? Giant Tree coming through the chat. What up? Not gonna put you on the spot, man. No, dude. I'll play a little Wiser or something. Micro Korg XL. Yeah. I had one of those. Yeah, dude. I used that one, the Micro Korg XL, on the album Wild Lies from Be Cool Cowboy. I don't know if you guys have taken a listen to that. It's you can just find it at becoolcowboy.bandcamp.com or becoolcowboy.net. That's my band. And I used the Micro Korg XL on that. And I gotta say, like, some of the sounds, amazing. But a lot of the sounds I just couldn't get into. And I would say that was kind of the reason I actually sold my Micro Korg XL and for the mini log, because I wanted to get like an analog synth. Even though some people have said it's not a true analog synth, I don't know how true that is or what that really means, because I've never had one. Thanks, Twin. Thanks for bumping that. The album Wild Lies, if you guys want to check it out, that all the sounds on that are from the Micro Korg XL. But yeah, that was kind of the thing with mine too. Is I don't know. I think some of the sounds were really cool, and never having had an analog synth, I felt like I enjoyed a lot of the sounds. Like I was like the sounds I used on that album. Yeah, I'll definitely do that, David. I'll finish this thought up, and then we'll dive into that for sure. Oh, thanks, Twin. Appreciate that. That was the latest thing I put out, really. So I'm working on the new one right now. It's definitely even more into that realm of like drum loops and synths and stuff. So it's gonna be weird. The new album I've been working on. I've been trying to get that done this month. I've been trying to get ahead of the videos so I can work on that and finish that off. I meant to finish that off like months ago, but I don't know. It just hasn't been a priority. I kind of have the whole thing done. I'm just sitting on it for whatever reason. But yeah, Exos, I think that working with a drum loop, yeah, I think that for me the biggest problem with the analog modeling synth was there were a few sounds that I really liked, and then the rest of them I didn't think were that great. And the Micro Korg XL had like, it was a cool like knob feature set, and you could adjust them and tweak stuff, but like the tape flute and tape violin or trumpet, those were cool sounds. Some of the lead sounds were cool. I liked a lot of them, But another reason I sold it, I don't know if the Novation or the Nova Station or whatever, but the mini keys, man, those things are terrible. I had a really hard time playing that, and luckily the mini log, I think they're a little bit bigger. They're maybe like a mid-sized one, but I don't know the innovation. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I think that some of the stock sounds on that are probably pretty awesome. But I was having a similar problem in that some of the sounds were great, and it was kind of a one-trick pony in terms of the sounds of the Microcore XL I found, and then the other ones I just couldn't get into. So maybe 20% of them I thought were good, like 1 out of 5 were awesome, or 1 out of 6. But for the majority of it, of that synth, I wasn't really feeling the sounds and stuff. And I had a similar issue with, but the ones I did find I used on that album and really enjoyed, so that's why I did it. But then I just wound up selling it because I wanted to fund my mini log. So I have had it. I don't know. I don't know if that's the analog modeling. I don't know if it's the lack of like adjustable parameters, but I had a microcore everyone use, have one back. Oh yeah, there's like an earlier version of it too. So I don't know, man. But that's my take on it. Some sounds were amazing, some were not amazing at all. So David asks, "Hey Mike, can you talk about how you construct the song structure in terms of counting bars, coming up with the drum track that fits the guitar, and layering, etc.?" Yeah, sure. I've been doing some different stuff lately, David. I'd just be interested how you go about things. Everybody has such a different approaches. I do use a notepad. Yeah. Let me see how you can check the song. I found that switching to analog a lot more. I have to think about and plan out the song structure before to get anything good down on tape. Not really construct the song, but more about the details of the process. Like, do you start with a drum machine or just strumming and then create a drum track? Cool. Those are all really good questions. I'll try to answer them all as I remember them. A lot of times I start out with the guitar and just kind of playing around riffs and playing things until I get something that I think is really cooking or really good. And then sometimes that comes with a melody and sometimes it doesn't. And then I usually fit a drum track to that, or it from like just I started out playing bass, so I guess a lot of the stuff I've been making is more rhythm oriented, and I think a lot of this stuff, I think you can kind of hear that if you know that about me as a musician, is that I started out playing bass and then switched over to guitar, and I played bass in a bunch of bands when I was younger, and then eventually was like, I want to play guitar. But I think a lot of my guitar playing is like bass informed by bass playing. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm more of a rhythmic guitar player, so I tend to think about rhythms a lot more than anything else. And I think that's what's cool about the bass, is that it's like a rhythmic but also a melodic instrument. But so yeah, usually come up with the riff first and then fit a drum track to it that sounds like it fits in terms of the rhythm. Because usually when you have like a drum track or when you have a riff, I feel like, I don't know. I guess it's also because I've played drums a bunch too. So usually I'll like I can hear like a drum beat. So then I'll take the drum machine and kind of work out something to that, and then yeah, I guess go from there. I think once you have those two elements, like a main riff and the drum track, I think the rest is like pretty easy from there. And then in terms of structure, I usually work stuff out on a notebook, especially with the 4-track. I did a whole series, like some of the first videos on the channel, if you go back far enough, I did a series called Ready, Set, Record, and it was all about recording to 4-track. And you can kind of see my process in that video series. I would skip the first one because it's not that great. I mean, it's like one of my first videos, so it's like a little bit, I was like really uncomfortable and getting used to the camera and stuff. So yeah, it's on my playlist. So like if you're on the desktop version or the phone version, just scroll down on the main channel page and you'll see it. It's like Ready, Set, Record. They're like green backgrounds, and I would just start with number 2. And I kind of go through like step by step how I usually do stuff, but Usually it starts with a riff, and you can, and depending on what instrument you have, if you get tired of using the same instrument, switch over to a bass and write something on that. Uh, I would say very rarely for me something starts with a drum beat, but if it does, I mean that's cool too. That's something I've been doing a lot with the Diggy tact. Is it's more of a drum based instrument. It's a drum computer, and I've been doing stuff now. Lately, I've been going drum computer and then bass synth and then fitting a guitar part to it. And it's cool because it's coming up with a lot of different sounds. But I would definitely use a notepad or a notebook to organize your song, especially if you're recording to 4-track. You kind of have to have your song completely figured out. And knowing what you're going to do on each track. There's a lot more pre-production, I think, that goes into it. I honestly start with a different instrument every time. We started with a flute and actual. That's cool. Yeah, loopers are cool, man. Um, I guess you have to define the number of bars beforehand, and AB, you have to count the bars. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I usually stick to a pretty simple structure of like fours, if that makes any sense. Drum part to fit that in the bass. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's kind of how I did it too. Um, yeah, in terms of bars with that, I guess my recommendation or the stuff that I do is I just keep it really simple, and then you can always make a song more complex. And I think the simpler you start with, and like having a good gem of a germinative idea, like the better that will become as you. If your simple idea is really good, it'll just get better. But it's harder to take a complex idea sometimes and break it down because sometimes what makes something that's complex sound good is the complexity of it, but maybe there's not. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have had that experience. You just keep trying to dress up something and make it more and more complex, and then it just kind of becomes something that is like uncontrollable or something, or I don't know, gets away from what it originally intended to be. Yeah, I mean, I write in more of like traditional pop structure too. Um, yeah, you could do the Hapro approach like that. I get that, but the basic structure sometimes is drag. That is overused. The 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, David. Like, I think there needs to be some kind of a structure. Even like jamming or jam bands or well, I don't know. I can't speak. I can't. I gotta avoid sweeping generalizations, but um, you know, there's always some kind of a structure, even if it's okay. When I switch over to this riff, we're gonna switch into this melody, or we're gonna switch into this groove. Like, um, I don't know. I guess the other thing is I go more by feel. I was talking about that with Brian the other night or the other day. Is like he's much more of a technical musician, and um, I go more by the feel of stuff. So I don't know if that's the best indication, but I think that it can be a drag too, man. Like sticking in the 4 bar structure. That's something I've always been trying to change about my own writing is making it more. I don't want to just make a song that's like A B C, or like verse chorus bridge verse chorus. Like I think that does get boring, So it's like I don't know. I maybe try listening to a different band like Built to Spill, right? That was one of my favorite bands a long time ago, and like I don't know how they wrote some of those songs. I think they were just long jams that they just kind of put together. But I wish I could write stuff like that, or like Modest Mouse, like early Modest Mouse stuff, where it's like very cool songs, very different strong song structures. It's like I don't know how to do that myself. I gotta admit, like I don't know. I wish I could write stuff more like that, but I guess it comes down to like knowing who you are or knowing what you want or knowing what you can write and then using those strengths or what you're good at to your advantage. Because I would really like to be able to write songs like that, but I'm just not that good at doing it. Odd time signatures, drum machine, or easy drummer. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Um, I don't know. That could be a good challenge though, working outside of your comfort zone. Working outside of the traditional pop song structure. I guess I don't know. Find some songs that are not traditional, untraditional, and try that out. Go from there. That's always a good way to do it. Find a band that has like a very untraditional structure and kind of cop it or see how they do it. You know, I don't know why like Godspeed You Black Emperor comes to mind, but I always thought that the those are almost like compositions in a way. It's interesting. Like I don't know how you go about writing a song like that. Honestly, I wish I did because I really enjoy stuff like that. But I don't know. Study some stuff that you think is cool, or study some structures that you think are different. And because I think everything does have some kind of a structure, you know. I don't know. So I agree, though. I think the 4 bar stuff does get to be can be a bit of a drag and can be a little limiting, but I don't know. I think that's that's awesome. I didn't. Oh, that's right. I didn't realize they were from Montreal. Um, but yeah, it's like that's what I mean. Like some of that stuff is I don't know. I don't know how they wrote that, but it almost seems like things are cued by other instruments coming in. You know, where it's just like so many different people. Maybe try playing with different people. You know, sometimes when you're working on stuff by yourself, it can be a little bit limiting, but um, like that band just seems very live and organic and like I don't know, like things are almost triggered by different instruments coming in, or it just goes by the feel of it, or like a mood almost, and just kind of like summoning that mood. I don't know. It's a really interesting question. I wish I could do stuff that was a little bit more. I wish I could do stuff that was a little bit more untraditional, but I don't know. I guess I'm just stuck in a pop song structure. Yeah, Captain Beefheart. That's a good inspiration too. I don't know how that stuff happens, but yeah, it's like I don't know, man. David, I think try to figure out what your strength is, you know, and go from there. It's hard, you know. I don't know. That's kind of what I settled into doing though, is write stuff out on the guitar, fit the drums to that, and fit the other instruments around that. And then lately, I've been coming up with a beat because this is like a beat making device. Coming up with more of like a drum and bass groove, and then I want to do stuff. That's kind of what I'm. That's funny, David, that you say that too. Has been like kind of coming up with different structures with this, because what I like about this too is having 8 tracks, 12 tracks of instruments and different patterns. You can kind of do that stuff that in that one video with Mac DeMarco where he's like has a mixer in his tape machine and he's like showing you how to fade different things in and saying like, oh, you know, you could do just vocals, or you could do like a shaker on this, or I think that's a way to do like a different structure too, is have a loop, some kind of loop that's 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, and keep layering it, and then figure out if everything sounds good together or if certain things sound better alone, and just keep muting and unmuting things, dropping things in, fading things in and out, and figure out like what works. You know, like some of the stuff I've been working on is now it's kind of being dictated by the vocals, because the vocals are a really big part of the puzzle for me as well. That's usually what dictates finishing a song is and structuring a song. It's really the vocals. You know what I found, like DnB drums work really, really well with garage rock stuff. Those two go together. DnB. What is that, DnB? Snares on the upbeat and crazy stuff. Okay, get yourself a tape machine and get your exactly Exodus. Max songs are so standard in terms of structure. It's the chorus and the overall vibe of the song that does it. That's true. That's really true. It seems like he kind of starts with a loop though, or some kind of like 8 measure loop, and then just layers it, and then is fading things in and out, because even though it's in a traditional structure, there's a lot of layers and a lot of like depth and instruments coming in and out and things stopping, different sounds that are coming in and out and different grooves, and it's like it is very like verse chorus, but it has like enough like changes happening within those like simple structures that keep it very interesting. You know, it's constantly evolving and constantly changing. But that's a good point, though. It is very simple, but I've been finding that method to work out really well. You know, coming up with an 8 bar loop that sounds really cool and that you just keep layering stuff over, and then starting out with the drums, then dropping in a guitar, dropping in a vocal, and it repeats the same lyrics, so repetition and catchiness with a lo-fi and chorusy guitar. Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess that there's like really traditional structured stuff, you know. I think that I guess the layering aspect seems to be the compelling thing to consider is uh, because I think you can make like one loop. That's what I've been discovering a lot with the Electron is making one loop that could be an entire song. I guess it's more in the structure of like it's a band I just got into. I um, can't think of the name. LCD Sound System. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to that stuff, but the same idea. It's like very repetitive, good melodies, and there's just like loops that happen, and then once in a while there's like something that just breaks, you know. But the song is constantly evolving. Parts are coming in and out, but it almost seems like it's one long jam that is like evolving and going back and forth. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like, even though the Mac DeMarco stuff is like chorus, verse, chorus, it evolves and kind of goes back into itself. And I don't know. I think I don't know. At least that's my assessment of it. I could be wrong, but it seems like it starts from a simple looping, a place of like looping things, and then layering different parts over that, and then kind of having one centralized jam that is evolving more than having more of a stylized jam, and then going from Jay just sent me a weird text message. He said somebody from Texas just contacted him about fixing his 4-track. Sorry, Jay. I just saw it come up. I just lost my train of thought. I guess what I'm saying is I think that sometimes, I don't know, try coming up with a 4-bar loop, 8-bar loop that you really like, that has a groove to it, and then see if you can come up with different parts. I don't know. I agree with you though, David. I think that this stuff does appear to be I think it is very simply structured, but it's like the evolution of it, or like the differences within it are what keep it from being too stagnant. But he's also just a great songwriter. I don't know. But that's why I really enjoy that music, Mac DeMarco's music, is because it's like, well, I think it's an instant classic. I'm just going to put that out there. At least that one album I heard, Salad Days. I think that's a great album. And it has its own vibe and its own style. And just great songwriting, you know. I don't mean to be like a complete fanboy. He seems to come up a lot on the channel. But I think it's just a great example of a great modern songwriter. And I think that the songs are more complex, but they're simple, but they have a lot of depth to them and complexity to them. It's really, yeah, that's a great song, Jeb. I like that one too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess just figure out what kind of stuff that you have a skill at writing, and work off your strengths, you know. Salad Days was made on a Fostex A8, a rotuler that was universally identified as solo crap, but now, yeah, that is hilarious, David. Rock and Roll Nightclub, yeah, that was good too, man. That was the one in the 4-track, right? Well, that's the whole thing, right? It's like, it had nothing to do with the machine that was used, you know. It just has to do with the songwriting. Minor Threat, Salad Days, TascFam 244. I don't know where Jay is. That's so funny though. Jay just sent me a text message as we were having this discussion. I hope that answers your questions, David. Let me know if you have any follow-ups. I don't know. It's kind of a little rambling, but it's kind of the mood I'm in right now. Okay. He had it all the way down on that. Yeah, Jay just sent me a weird text message that said he just got off the phone dealing with a guy from Texas that somehow hunted him down to fix his 4-track. So, Jay, I'm sorry, but if you're watching this, come to the stream. If you're not already here, we stream it. We out here every day. No, we're only out here Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yeah, cool. Any other questions, guys? I'm a little disappointed my power hasn't come back on yet. As promised, I think I'll whip out. I could I could play a quick song. Dig the low light. I do hope you get power. Yeah, I'm digging this too. It's cool. I just feel like I'm falling asleep right now 'cause it's so dark. I'm like barely able to like keep my eyes open. Is first class stamp good enough for a birthday card? Yeah. He's making that Rhodes preamp for me. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that he's telling me about that, David. That's awesome. That I got calls from a weird number from. Yeah, you did say that, Matt. After the Hapro video, got Hapro calls. It's so weird. That's very ironic. We actually just released the tracks from that cabin session. If any of you guys are interested, it's at jwpb.bandcamp.com. It's our other band called John Wilkes Phone Booth. That's kind of like all the random people that we jam with and make. It's more of a fun project than a serious project. But if you guys want to check out any of those songs from that we wound up doing at that cabin when we were live streaming from there, they're at jwpb.bandcamp.com. You should randomly text him a pic of Hapro. See what he says. But yeah, Tim and I just like went through. We put up a bunch of the songs. There's a few different albums on there of songs we just did every time we get together. We should create a TascFam Dropbox or Google Drive to be able to share stems of songs. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that, Matt. That's what I was thinking too. Is eventually I wanted to make some sort of central location for something like that, Matt. I like that idea. You're like an FTP or maybe just a Dropbox. Maybe that's how we can roll. Yo, Andrew, what's going on? Yeah, I lost power, man. So we just been hanging out with Candlelight. I was just about to hit live at around 8, and it was just like I heard an explosion and a transformer blew or something, and oh, it's all good, man. Yeah, we're just chilling. Yeah, that would be cool, David. But yeah, the power was out, so I'm just hanging out. My phone still has battery, so I'm still able to stream, so that's cool. But yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be out for, Andrew, but decided to come out and hang and talk to you guys. This is a true analog stream right now. We're calling it Candlelights and Cassettes, so is that a new synth? No, this is one I've had. This is the Minotaur. I just never had it out. Can you play a tune on the acoustic? Yeah, man, let's do it. I don't think the neighbors are home, right? I'll play softly. Let me get some water and then I'll grab my guitar. Ballad of Hapro, take 2. Yeah, the Ballad of Hapro is actually available on that site I was telling you guys about, jwpb.bandcamp.com if you want to check it out. I think it's free download. I don't know. Tim set it up. If you want the downloads or something, just hit me up. What did you guys say there? That was the Moog Minotaur. Yeah, I will play a song on acoustic. I really like the Moog Minotaur, Andrew. I'm all about. It's very simple. It's a single voice, or it has 2 VCOs, but it's more of like a bass synthesizer. I really like it. It's got that low Moog bass that you can only get with Moog, and I really like it just because I coming from like a rock and roll background. I like having drums and bass and going from there. And it sounds really cool, and it's very simple to use, and it's a really good introduction synth. I think some people don't like that if you don't have a controller for it, a dedicated controller. I've just been using the Digitakt. I can also hook up the mini log to it and use that for like MIDI out. But it's really cool. I would recommend it, Andrew, if you can get one. You can probably get one think I got this one like 300 used at one point. Just gotta like snipe one on eBay or find a cheap one. I think they're like 500 new or something. But great instruments, man. They're made right in the U.S. in Asheville, and yeah, it's really cool, dude. I would highly recommend it. Um, if you're looking for like a simple bass synth. Some people rag on it because it's very simple. You know, a lot of people want more complex instruments, so your mileage may vary. But I'll have to check my local music store. I've seen a few go through there. Oh, that's interesting, man. Yeah, they seem to change hands a lot. I think I agree, man. Simplicity is lovely. That's what I love about this too. And it gives you a good idea if you've never used the synth on how to program it, you know, or how to or what each of the parameters and knobs you have available and like what those do, you know, like filters and the VCOs, LFOs, and stuff. Like it's a good primer into the synth world. Um, but yeah, it's awesome, dude. I really like it. I gotta do more videos with it. I just got a I was showing you guys this the other week. The Quadra through. This like hooks it up. Been wanting to do some performances with it. At some point, I'm going to be doing a live performance. Is your Princeton a 10 inch? I have a Vibrochamp Matt. I wish I had a Princeton, and I think it's an 8 inch speaker. Um, but yeah, I wish I had a Princeton. If you have one that you want to send me, let me know. No, at some point I'm going to get a Princeton when I have infinite funds. But I really like. I have my Vibrochamp. I got my PV Backstage Plus, and I got my Super Reverb in the closet. So yeah, Princeton is great, dude. There's one on C, I hear. Yeah, I mean you can find them out there. You know, I saw one at a garage sale. I'm gonna play a song in a minute. I saw one at a garage sale, and I saw that I don't know what those lyrics are. I'll have to look. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna play in a second, David. Really quick story. I saw a Princeton. It was a silver face, probably about the same age as the one I have. I have a '73 Vibrochamp. Saw it at a garage sale when I was working one week in the town, and $100 the guy wanted for it. He didn't seem to know what it was. I didn't have any money on me at the time. I ran over to my boss, and we came back around, and he gave me $100 bill. I went back to the garage sale. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna grab that amp from you." He was like, I pulled out the 100, went to give it to him, and he's like, I don't know. Actually, I want 200 for it now. And I was like, dude, you said 100. That was the price that you said. That's how much I needed. I went and got the money. I had to borrow it from this guy. And then he said, I was like, here's 100. I'll just take the amp. And it didn't really work, but it was like it's just the guy didn't know, And I wasn't trying to like. This was like a few years back. It wasn't when they weren't worth as much, but it obviously was a really good deal, epic deal. And he refused to sell it to me for 100 after I provided him with 100. It didn't, it had some issue. I think the speaker was shot or something, or the innards where he left it out. What do they say? Wrote it hard and left it out wet, and the thing was in bad shape. So, but he wouldn't accept my after I went and got the money and borrowed it from my boss. He would not give me $100. I know it was a silver face Jeb. It was like a 73 or 75. It was a non-reverb, but he just yeah. And what was funny too is I went back. He gave me his phone number too, and I went back after work was over with another $100 from that same boss. I said, "All right, man, I'll go get the other money." And then he wouldn't answer his door. He was obviously home, and he wouldn't answer my phone calls. And then that was the last I ever heard of it. But that's my story about how I almost got a Princeton Silverface for $100. But I don't know, maybe I was a little too eager, or the guy had some sentimental value, or it just sucked. But all right, I'm gonna grab my guitar and we're gonna play a couple songs or a song or something. I got a 414 for $25 like a month ago. The lady tried to up the price once I got there. I said no, that's a piece of crap, and I got it. Dude, well, that's the thing, man. It's like, oh, dude, these lyrics are awesome. Twin, copy these lyrics when you can, man. I can't really do anything with them because they keep disappearing. But Twin, send me the lyrics an email or something, or somebody copy these to somewhere. I'll definitely use them for something. Maybe the Ballad of Hap Road too. Yeah, dude, that's I just can't stand garage sales and stuff like that and negotiations anymore. It's like that's why I really like Reverb. I really like eBay. It's just like you put it up for buy it now. Somebody puts it up as a price and you just get it. You know, it's like the done deal. I don't want to deal with people lowballing you and um, changing prices and you know. I what I can't stand too is when you get something and or when you're selling something and you agree to a price and then somebody comes and then like I had some guy buy a guitar case from me the other day. Well, not the other day. It was probably last year, a few months ago, and he agreed to the price, which is $50. It was a hard shell case. It was a good case. Adjusting the wrong tuner because I'm trying to do too many things. And yeah, this is the Silvertone, bro, short scale. I'll angle the camera down or something. I'm gonna try playing with this. It should be loud enough. It's like it's kind of a hollow body sound, semi hollow body rather. I forgot what I was saying. I don't know. Oh, the guy with the case. Yeah, he showed up and he's like, "Oh, so what? $20?" And I was like, "Dude, the price of this thing was 50. You know, he's trying to say like I didn't tell him it was the right case, and it was like very clearly marked what kind of brand it was or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'll give you $20. I don't know, man. I thought we said 20." I was like, "Dude, the listing was for $50. Like you agreed to the listing and the text messages. You agreed to like everything that we had said." And then he wound up giving me $40, and I was like, "Fine, man, just get out of here." It was a nice case. It was like a hard shell case, you know, like a hard shell Fender type case, you know. But I don't know. I just don't care. No, I'm not gonna argue with somebody over $10. You know, it's not worth it. But anyway. Is this guitar loud enough, guys? Does it sound? How's it sound? Maybe I'll angle this down a little bit, and then we'll play. I'm feeling like LA right now. We'll play that one. Sounds good. All right, cool. I'm gonna put it down a little bit. It's okay for an acoustic performance. Yeah, I can get my acoustic. I just figured this one was right here, so. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna angle it up a little bit. Okay, cool. Let me put it on. Maybe it'll be a little higher. This is what I've been wanting to do on the channel for a while. Let's play some songs. So it's kind of funny that this worked out. All right, I'm gonna play LA off my first album, Me and the Machine. So here we go. Free Nerd. All right, we'll play that one after. You got a new tattoo, and everybody says it's so you. I've never seen that one before. Hey ho, yeah. Everybody here sings the same tune, those winter whites and blues. We're going out to the West Coast, man. Well, okay. LA, 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 LA. You're gonna live in a Spanish house in Silver Lake, and maybe you'll let me come visit. Hey, oh, yeah, but I know better, and you know me. When I move away, I move to that desert. You guessed it, LA, 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 LA. Thanks, guys. What's going on? It's Mike from 424 Corner. I just busted out a live tune for you guys. I Candlelight. Hope you guys like that one. That's LA from my album Me and the Machine, Be Cool Cowboy. I'm sure you guys know of it. You probably heard it. Thanks for egging me on, David. That was a lot of fun. I haven't played that in a while. This is epic. I'm gonna rewatch it and learn that. Dude, do it up. It's really easy. It's just I have this tuned. My guitar is tuned down, like every string's tuned down a half step. Oh, nice, man. Thanks for what I was going for, Beck Vibe. Thanks, guys. Ooh, hell yeah. It's tuned down a half step, but you can play it wherever it's comfortable. And it's just power chords, pretty much. F sharp, A sharp, E, D sharp. And then the chorus is just F sharp again, A sharp again, but then it goes up to C sharp, back to B. So those are the two parts. When you rewatch this, Andrew, you can cover it and let me know how it comes out, man. I'd love to hear it. And we've been doing an extended version. Thanks, Jumbo. I appreciate that, man. I've been working hard to get better at that, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, Pixies too, man. Hell yeah. Is it 24-inch scale? That kicked bass. Thanks, man. Yeah, the second the Pixies. Nice, man. Do you have flat wounds? No, this is these are just like standard. I use like the I forget the brand. It's like XXL or something. It's like a blue package with like an orange circle. It's like very standard strings. They're cheap. I forget. They're like $4. Scale length? It's a short one. Let's see, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. I mean, you can play up here, but it doesn't really work. But yeah, it's only 12, 15, 17. It has 18 frets. This one, the 19th one, is like that's fretting out. I never play it up there. But yeah, it's a shorty. This is meant as like a student model. This was the Sears Silvertone. You guys probably know the deal. It was in the Sears catalog back in the day, meant for like students or beginner players. And I don't know. I just really saw this one time and really dug it, so decided to pick it up. Very cool guitar. I definitely recommend it. This is what I use on all my stuff, and this is only electric I have anymore. I sold all my other ones because I needed some cash flow, and also I just never played them anymore. So, but this one's very cool, and if you ever see one for cheap, I would recommend it. Just watch out; the necks on them can sometimes be a little wonky. I think 24-inch scale. I just broke my palette knife. Can you knock on the body? Yeah, sure, dude. It's got this like weird, funky, like bathroom trim type thing going on. I don't know if you can see the detail, but you kind of see it. It looks like you put this around like a shower or something, and it's masonite. So it's it is. I think it's Dan Electro, but hold on. It's like Dan Electro, but branded Silvertone. So yeah, definitely, dude. It's definitely like a semi-hollow body type deal. Because they were made to be really cheap, you know, for Sears in the 50s, 60s. I think this is a 64 or a 62. Yeah, I think it is too, man. I think if you open this up, it just feels like it's literally two pieces of masonite. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's just like kind of like almost cheap, very cheap thin wood that you would almost use for like hobby kits or like building like little train houses or stuff. You know what I mean? Like you'd find it in like a hobby shop almost. Um, but yeah, they were made to just be really cheap. But I think that's the magic of the sound of this, and it also has these lipstick pickups, which a lot of history there too. They were bought because they had a bunch of these lipstick holders left over, and they decided we're just gonna put the pickup in there. Yeah, definitely, dude. I just really like the feel of this too. I don't know. It's like a little crappy, but in a good way. If that makes any sense. It just feels oh, that's what it feels like, a good pair of jeans or something. You know, it's just like very very nicely broken in. Let me think what other tracks I got. I could play a little wiser. That's always when I default to. Jay and I have not practiced in a long time. We're trying to do more stuff. Insert Tonewood comment here. SX Strat, that just sounds insane, so comfy. Yeah, exactly. It's like a little wiser with Hapro lyrics. Rock the lipstick pickups early on. That's one of my fave tones. Yeah, that's the same guitar I think you saw, John, in Nashville. Or Capro lyrics. Yeah, we could try to come up with something. I don't know if I could do that on the spot. Do you have a case with built-in amp? I actually, can you make a corny cover? Just like on the spot, David? I could try. I don't have the case anymore for this guy. Jay and I took the amp out of it. It came with a case. I never thought that I would get a fancy feast. Yeah, if you want to write the lines to me, I can do that. Like real cheesy. I could try. I'll try it really slow, and then what's a good chorus for a little wiser if it was about Capro? Give me some lines. We'll try it. I'm willing to make a fool out of myself. All right, I will try it. But real quick, Matt, the case, I sold it on Reverb, empty, unloaded. It came with an amp, and Jay took the amp out of the case. He's building it into a little box for me. So I'm going to have the Silvertone amp that came with this in the case, came with a case and amp, and I'm going to use that on my desk or use it with my Vibrochamp, or we'll use it at Bohemisphere at the studio. It's going to be really cool. He upgraded the transformer, straightened out some of the old stuff that was in it, and also just made it so that I won't get electrocuted when I plug it in and play it, because there's some issues with the grounding on it, and it didn't ever really break up too. It's kind of like even though it's a smaller amp, I think it's only like 3 watts or something, 5 watts, or maybe less than that. It's not really a circuit that breaks up. But he's gonna he's gonna change some aspects of it to turn it into yeah, what did you say? Right meow? All right, we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna start out with I never thought that I would get the fancy feast. And then we'll go from there. In a tire in there, meow, talking, lounging around in a tire. All right, we're gonna do this. If you guys have any lines while I'm doing it, pop them up on the screen. We'll see. Capro actually just jumped down and he jumped over here, so I think it's a sign, guys. He's right here. He's like looking at me, facing the other way. You ready, dude? I'm gonna try to make this work. I don't know. This could be a complete. Yeah, little wise ass. That's pretty good. That's definitely his thing. All right, I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens, guys. This could be a complete. Well, no, you know, it'll be fun either way. So just always have fun. All right, let's do it. Let me slow it down a little bit so that. All right, here we go. I never thought that I would get fancy feast, smelling all the time, 'cause I am hungry, playing with my toys and rolling in that catnip. I just like to hang out in the sunlight, little thugger, getting wild, cat advice. falling off. I never thought that I would get that catnip sitting in the sun, 'cause I am the only one hanging in my house when nobody's around, playing with my mouse, 'cause I am a little town cat talker, chatting while little wise ass, hanging out, fucking up your blanket, little wise ass. Oh hail Capro love. Oh hey that Capro love. Oh hey I'm Capro, hanging in the guitar case. Alright, that was our rendition of Capro, Little Wise Ass, Cat Advisor, Fancy Feast. I fell off a little bit on the second verse. I think if I could do it over again, I would try to be a little more clever on the second verse. Thanks, man. I hope that was completely improvised lyrics, but thank you guys for helping out. I definitely couldn't have done it without you guys throwing those lines up there. That really got me going. That's a lot of fun, man. We did that really awesome Capro ballad. Let me see if I can get Capro. Capro, come here. He doesn't want to come over here. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's a song. Yeah. We'll have to do it. Maybe we do a Capro covers album. What do you think, Capro? He says he doesn't answer that name. He's looking at me like I'm insane, but I guess that makes sense. Guys, any other ideas? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a closer I could play. Jay and I haven't been playing. We're trying to play some more shows. He's been really busy with his band. Sample Capro and use his meows as an harmony. You should sample Catter on. Yeah, dude. I've been wanting to make a Capro sample pack, like putting the food in his bowl, having him drink water, getting like him purring, getting him meowing. He does like a bunch of different meows. I don't know, just like any sounds that he makes, I want to sample into the Digitakt and make a Capro sample pack. So that's definitely on the horizon. But yeah, I gotta just do it up. I saw Miss Misery. You guys want to do that? I actually don't know that song. I feel like I don't want to butcher it. I will practice that one though for next time, perhaps. A future Stone Cold classic, the Capro trance. My Capro is enjoying this with me. Nice, dude. I'm a Capro just like Hapro. Hey, Brandon, that's a good one. Sid Barrett made a song about a cat. Oh, I didn't realize that was about a cat. That's funny. Do it up. Yeah. Guys, thank you for egging me on. I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, he talks a lot, man. Do you have any new songs cooking? I actually don't. I have, that's what I was going to show you guys tonight, Andrew, as I have some songs in this setup over here. I've been recording some guitar loops and stuff into my Digitakt using the drums. So I was gonna play you some electronic stuff I've been working on, but since my power went out, maybe my power will come back on right now and I can play them for you. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's happening, but maybe this week or this weekend or something. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'm trying. I have other tracks. Let me think of another one I'd want to play. Oh, maybe Doom Squad. Do you guys know that one? It's pretty good. I'll play that one. That's one of my favorites that I like to play. And I always say that it's inspired by the Warrior Poets' Limp Bizkit. It's a rap rock song. And a lot of people don't get... I noticed that either people, when I play live and I say that, they either think that's hilarious and get the joke, or they think I'm serious and they're like, these band sucks, they're inspired by Limp Bizkit. So, yeah, so you guys decide. All right, here we go. This one's Doom Squad. Oh, I can play Hollandaise too. I'll play Doom Squad first. Doom squad coming to town. Sky's falling and my brain's on overdrive, ready, set, and get into position. You're the gold medal winner for sitting on the bleachers. You know it'll always work out right. Good thing it was all a party line. You know it'll always work out right, right. But oh, you never know my intention. But oh, you never know my intention. Doom squad coming to town. Sky's falling and my brain's on overdrive, ready, set, and get into position. You're the gold medal winner for sitting on the bleachers. You know it'll always work out right. Good thing it was all a party line. You know it'll always work out right, right. But oh, you never know my intention. But oh, you never know my intention. Yeah, that one doesn't really come off as much based on you should listen. I don't know. That one's weird acoustic. I think it's because this one part is like very noisy. I also just haven't practiced it in a while. Let me try another one. I need to. Limp Bizkit was excellent. I need to redeem myself. Thanks, Andrew. I'll play Hollandaise. That's one that always is a fun time. So let me do that one. This is probably one of my favorite ones we ever did. We did it on the at the cabin one year, and it's just about Hollandaise, the sauce. So let me redeem myself after that performance of Doom Squad. I didn't feel like I nailed that one that time. So here we go. This one's called Hollandaise. Let me just think how it starts. Hollandaise, I'm on a holiday, eating pieces of the Wonder Bread. I'm in the city, I'm feeling shitty, smoking flame in my place. Don't really wanna say, but you give it away. I don't really wanna say, but you give it away. I don't really wanna give it away. White and yellow, my favorite color. I broke a window just to see it break. I put the pieces, oh help me Jesus. I put the pieces in the Hollandaise. I don't really wanna say, but you give it away. I don't really wanna say, but you made me feel great. I don't really wanna give it away. Hollandaise. Hollandaise, Hollandaise. I don't really wanna say, but you give it away. I don't really wanna say, but you made me feel great. I don't really wanna give it away. Hollandaise, yeah. That one came out pretty good. Hollandaise, yeah, dude, hell yeah. That's a newer one been trying to do. Thanks guys. I was tired of hearing people beg for vocals. Glad to know they're not needed. To the masses. Questions you need to ask is how often do you listen to a radio song? For me, it's almost never. Isn't gonna appeal, right? Cool, man. I'm glad you guys are feeling that. If you make an album, there's only vocals on 1 or 2 tracks and 8 instrumentals. Yeah, dude, do what you want to do, man. Dude, yeah, I mean, the Limp Bizkit thing, I just figured, I don't know, I'm all about that rap rock, you know, so it's an inspiration of mine. Obviously, I haven't got my Beastie Boys shirt on, so. Oh man, these candles really burned down. That's crazy. Um, I don't know what that was. Yeah, I know the candles. That's gonna be cool. Well, I'm gonna have to speed this up so we can see the candles burning down. But yeah, my phone is yelling at me right now, guys. Okay, I'll play out some Ornette Coleman style jazz. Um, so let me. I'm gonna say, guys, thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing this candlelight dinner for me. Capro is starting to talk. He's super hungry. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna play some free jazz out on the outro here. Thank you guys for listening to my practice playing these songs. I appreciate all you guys coming out. Drop a like if you like this. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, Capro is checking out the threads right now. He's gonna be eating and then he's gonna be hanging out in the forum. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. Sorry that this is by candlelight, although it turned out pretty cool, pretty fun. And that just goes to show, man. Do what you can with what you got. You know, keep it simple. I'm gonna play out some free jazz here for a second. I'm not really sure what that entails or what's gonna happen. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, we're gonna definitely make this a thing, David. We got the. I have it written down. The candlelight and cassette evening. I think that's really cool. I'm really liking the vibe on this. It's cool. And I'm lucky that I was able to get my battery for the light, which is cool too. Although it's like a blue light, but yeah, dude, that's a good idea, man. We should do it. We should do a song challenge like that, David. Limited electricity and a 4-track and a notepad. I don't know. You guys really want me to do like free? I don't really know jazz at all, but it's just gonna sound like me. All right, this is Mike with 424 Recording, playing some free jazz, which is just me messing around, making noise. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerds. If you want to hear more free jazz compositions every night, 24 hours a day, check out my YouTube channel. That's just me playing nonsense on my silver tone guitar. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Candlelight and cassettes. We'll be back next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday. Peace out, TascFam. Do something you want to do tonight, even if that's sit by candlelight and write some songs. Peace.